What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. If you're catching this on the live, come on in, come on in. And if you're catching this on the replay, type in replay in the comment section down below. We are back, baby. We are back. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Don't forget to smash the like button if you kindly would. It's absolutely free. It helps with the YouTube algorithms. But holy tamale, what a day, what a day yesterday. And today is going to be fantastic as well. We got a couple stories to jump into. We got to talk about the executive orders that Donald Trump signed last night. Holy smokes. This guy is on a roll. He, generally the first day of the presidency, you're like, oh, I'm just going to hang back and just celebrate. But this guy was working until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sure he was up at 5 a.m. and he just worked all the way through. And then now he's at a national prayer event. This guy does not stop. He went back to back to back to back. He visited all the balls, no Diddy. He visited all the inaugural balls, the Liberty Ball. There was a lot of great moments, so we're going to talk about that. We got to talk about our new press secretary, who is amazing, right? Then we're going to talk about the historic release of the J6ers. We're going to jump into a little bit of stories of that. And then I got some funny stuff to show you with, Donald Trump thinking he's Zorro, the national prayer event, J.D. Vance swearing in Rubio, what's going on with the border. We all know what's going on with the border right now. And last but not least, we got to talk about the Biden crime family. We just got a couple videos of that. Then we got to talk about Elon, just a little bit of Elon, and some YouTubers that were at the inaugurative swearing in. So let's, what is up? What is up, Steph? What's up, My Mind? What's up, Bright? What's up, Jace Foster? Hope you're doing amazing. So we got to talk about first, before we dive into anything, we got to talk about the 42 executive orders, the memorandums, the proclamations, the 150 personnel action items, the 200 executive orders, and a 60-minute presser that Donald Trump held. So I'm not going to go into the executive orders on this particular video, but this guy held a presser after the inauguration, and after that, after the inauguration, he went back to the White House. He said adios, amigo, to Jill and Joe. He was like, peace out, Jill. Peace out, Joe, as they flew away on the helicopter. Then he went back to the Oval Office and signed executive orders for 60 minutes. 60 minutes, and took press conversations, which, as you can see here, the Oval Office was filled with press. There's Peter Doocy in the back there. I think it took a little longer than it should have, me personally, because some of these press, there were mixed left and right media, and they were asking questions that weren't necessarily relevant to the executive orders that he was signing. They were just trying to get questions in. And mind you, by the time he sat down here, he was only at the White House for 15 minutes, and then a stampede of press came in and started just asking him rapid-fire questions. I think they could have held those questions back for a little bit, because it just took a little longer than it should have. William says, we are back. Bright says, so what's the deal with Trump not having... Yeah, I did notice that. Bright says, what's the deal with Trump not having his hand on the Bible? I didn't notice that. Was too busy watching people's reaction. The individual that was doing the speech for the inauguration for Donald Trump, he started before Melania even stood up. And I don't think it was intentional. Me personally, I don't think it was intentional. There were some mishaps and flubs that happened throughout that inauguration process, and I don't think it was intentional. I think it just simply was maybe a he just missed it, right? Because Melania wasn't standing up. That's just my personal thought. I don't know. Had to call him back. What is up, Stephanie? In 60 Minutes, Trump did more in 4 years than Biden and Kamala. That is the absolute most crazy thing to think about this, right? This guy wasn't even in office he didn't even get to the White House, and he was there for 15 minutes, and he's done more than Biden and Kamala have done in 4 years. In 4 years. That's bananas when you think about that. Peter Ducey also, Stephanie just pointed this out. Peter Ducey says, hey, there should be a letter from Joey B in the desk. So he pulls out he pulls open the desk and he's like, oh yeah, there's a letter. Stephanie says, I want to see the letter. It was probably in crayon. Yeah, Joe probably wrote it in crayon and ice cream drippings. But this was an amazing event here. Yesterday was absolutely beautiful. I watched a little bit of the ball right before I passed out because they were going until it had to be 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Eastern time. These guys were on a rocket ship. And there was a segment where he I don't have the clip because it was live, but he had phoned in some of the folks, some of the armed forces, the U.S. armed forces that were in Korea, and it just made me tear up because one of the heads over there were like, they said, I'm so proud to have you back, Mr. President. And the way that he said it with so much umph and authority, it just, I was folding my laundry and I was like, wow, we need this, guys. We need this. Stephanie says, dude is double my age and can outrun me. Yeah, this guy is like the Energizer Bunny. The Energizer Bunny, I tell you that. We got to jump into Caroline Leavitt, okay? The new press secretary. What an upgrade. How many of you guys think that this is, you guys don't even need to answer this, but this is an absolute upgrade, okay? Visually, also articulately, like she's light years beyond cringe Jean-Pierre, okay? She posted something earlier today on X and said she had the news headlines. It's going to be a fantastic 4 years, guys. I'm looking for this ride. Stephanie says, that was so beautiful. He said, yes. He said, if he ever had a movie, he would want him to be in it. I also got emotional a few times yesterday. Yeah, that was incredible. I'll see if I can find the clip. I was just listening to it live while I was folding laundry, so I didn't have it prepared, but let's jump into Caroline Leavitt. Here we go.
I can confirm that the American people won't be hearing from me today. They'll be hearing from the leader of the free world once again. President Trump will be speaking to the press later this afternoon at the White House, and we will have a big infrastructure announcement. This man is already doing more in less than 24 hours than his predecessor did in 4 years. Yesterday was a historic day for President Trump. He signed 42 executive orders, memorandums, and proclamations. He took more than 200 executive actions on top of giving 3 speeches throughout the day and then attending 3 balls late into the early hours of the morning this morning. And he's already off to work again. And so the American people have a leader who is delivering on the promises he made to them. President Trump sending shock and awe yesterday with his actions to secure the southern border, to unleash the might of our energy industry, and to bring jobs back here at home. So the American people have a strong leader in President Trump. There's no doubt about that.
Huge upgrade. Just Marie says, saying huge upgrade. Jason saying massive upgrade. The past press secretary was always pissing me off with with how dumb she was. Yeah, all she had was all those little sticky notes in her binder and just referencing talking points. This is an actual person, guys. This is an educated person, and she speaks very articulately with force and umph. Massive upgrade. Massive, massive upgrade. Bright Star says she's so bright and lighthearted. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just Marie says, Melania was stunning last night. She really was. Oh my gosh. She had a couple outfit changes throughout the night. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. While I was prepping for this video today, it came to my knowledge that she's never been on the cover of Vogue. Okay. Not that that's necessarily a thing, but the way her class, her elegance, she is extraordinarily beautiful. And then just the way that she carries herself is phenomenal. And it is, you know, I hope these are tides of turning that she might be on the cover of Vogue or some fashion magazine because, man, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Stephanie says 4 p.m. will be interesting. Yep, I will. I'm actually gonna. I'll stream that this afternoon. What's up, Air G? Hope you're doing amazing. Yeah. Stephanie says both women's feet were on fire. Heels are no joke. Yep. Melania's absolutely stunning. She really was. USA too. Oh my gosh. Everybody there, excluding, right, Lauren Sanchez, which I'll drop a whole separate video on that. But gosh, Lauren Sanchez. Megyn Kelly said she looked like a hooker. She had a corset on and her titties were out. like what? What? You're going to an inauguration and your boobies are out. What is going on here? Anyways, so historic President Donald Trump, whew, that feels good to say. President Donald Trump releases all the J6ers, and we'll get into the stories on that. Here we go.
I think this order will apply to approximately 1,500 people, sir.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
Yes.
Full pardon.
Full pardon or commutation?
Full pardon. We have about 6 commutations in there where we're doing further research.
What's up, Rob?
Nice to see you again. So this is a big one. Anything you want to explain about this? We hope they get them. We hope they come out tonight, frankly. You're expecting it. Approximately 1,500 people. Six commutations.
Were there any cases you did not need or pardon people?
We're looking at different things, but the commutations would be the ones that we'll take a look, and maybe it'll stay that way, or it'll go to, full pardon.
And the
So, full pardon for the J6ers, and there was some. What's up, Tiffany? There was some debacles happening last night. Some of them were supposed to get released last night. A few of them did, not all of them. DC prison is holding more than 20 J6ers, still refusing to release them despite Donald Trump's orders and their immediate release. So crazy to me. There was a few individuals that got out last night. Here is some footage of this.
Okay, if you got it, you'll send me it?
Absolutely.
So we can just enjoy
Yeah,
it?
you enjoy. Take your time. Y'all enjoy. I'll take the video. Let's go. Let these heroes out. Let's go! Keep it down! Let's go, Gilbert! Brother! Oh, fuck yeah! Let's go! Fuck yeah! Welcome home, heroes! Welcome home! Let's go! They're out! Promises made, promises kept. Let's go, brothers. Welcome. Let's go. God bless you guys. Let's go. Let's go.
What an emotional sight there. Can you imagine that? Being locked in a DC prison for just being there? They locked up grandmas. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Bright Star said, I love that he reinstalled all the military who refused the vax and gave them all their back pay. I agree with that. I have a lot of colleagues that were forced to leave because of that entire situation. Justin Marie says people were harassing them. Yep. And there was an incident. Something I don't have the full story on it, but there was an individual that was pulled out on a gurney for some reason or another. But can you imagine that? You're in prison for 4 years. For 4 years. For what? And then you get released. The relief that some of these families have, and even the individuals that have been locked up for 4 years. This is one of the J6ers who got released from prison, and his first stop, right after getting out, right there, he went to In-N-Out. He said, let me get the double with the animal style fries. He got 2 fries and a double. He's like, the prison food sucks. Let's go get In-N-Out. It was probably, I know In-N-Out's open very long, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would have been my first choice, but probably would have wanted some pizza or something like that. But this gentleman chose to get that double with the animal style fries. He said, I am done with the prison food. I'm out of here. I saw people cutting off ankle bracelets and everything like that. Libtards always complaining about J6, but they never talk about whenever they caused over $50 million of damages after the George Floyd riots. Been watching too much Joe Biden, guys. Yeah, imagine their fate if Donald Trump didn't win. Could you imagine that? These guys would still be in there for something that they're like, what did we do here? What did we do? Here is one of the J6ers. He got released, Robert Morris, freed from Pennsylvania, and drove all night to make sure his brothers in D.C. were not left behind. So he drove all night. Check this out.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm here with Robert Morris, a J6 hero who was just recently released last night from Pennsylvania. And instead of taking in all of the glory that he could in his newfound freedom, he decided to make his way here to Freedom Corner. Robert, tell folks how you're doing and just tell them what's on your heart.
Sure. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. What I will say is this. There's absolutely no excuse for me to be standing here in front of you talking to you right now, having received the same pardon that Donald Trump gave everybody, and then still be inside these walls. It's absolutely disgusting and it's a disgrace, but that's par for the course for the DC Gulag. And this isn't something that's exclusive to January 6ers. They've been doing this for generations and generations of the African-American men that have had to suffer behind these walls. So I hope that something can be done about this jail once and for all, and I hope that these political prisoners can be set free. It's in my blood as an airborne ranger not to leave anybody behind, so that's why I'm here. You know, I definitely could be in bed right now. You know, I'm definitely tired. Haven't slept in a while. However, my place is here. I got people back there, and I hope that soon they let my people go.
Robert, tell us, how long did you spend inside the system?
Sure. So I did 3.5 years of hard time, and I was in the halfway house for 4 months. But those 3.5 years were dispersed throughout multiple locations. I went through this facility twice. I was in the Allegheny County Jail. I went to Northern Neck in Warsaw, Virginia for 13 months. I was in Lewisburg for 6 months. I was in Philly for 2 months. I was in Loretto for almost a year. And it's just a way to try to break you down. You know, in every which way, they want to crush an inmate so that one, they can guarantee that that individual will come back. But I will tell you that it was an honor to do time in this regard. As it says in the Bible, if you're going to suffer, don't do it because you're a murderer or a thief. Do it because you're a Christian. And that's exactly what I think is happening here. We were lured into a lobster trap that day because we stood on Jesus Christ's promises and our responsibility and our duty within our American Constitution to address the grievances that we have with the government, to peacefully assemble. And the communist government that we had for the last 4 years under the imposter president tried to snuff that out of the American people. Well, it all backfired, okay? America's back better than before, and we're not having that communist garbage any longer.
One last question, Robert. I know that you're committed to getting everyone out, but if there's one personal thing, like just on the bucket list that you've been dreaming of, that you want to make a point of experiencing, hopefully this evening or today, what would it be?
That I'm the last political prisoner in America. That would be it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just Marie says, have you ever had In-N-Out? You're missing out. Yeah, I like In-N-Out. In-N-Out's very consistent. I know this is a total tangent from this video, but you asked. Yeah, I like In-N-Out. In-N-Out's decent. It's pretty good. It's consistent. You know, if I want a good burger, I get In-N-Out. I personally like the Flying Dutchman. It's just the 2 patties, the cheese. I'll put some grilled onions on it and some of the peppers. I'll get like 2 of those. If I'm craving, I like what's it called? Is not Smash Burger. I can't remember the name of the place. It just opened up right here by the house, but Shake Shack. Shake Shack. That's what it is. I like Shake Shack too. No, the old woman who prayed at the abortion clinic is going to be released. No, I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about that yet. Jay says Trump's already being sued because he ended the automatic citizenship for people born in the United States. I can't believe he just became president less than a day ago and he's already being sued. Yep. The lawyers are probably rolling up their sleeves on some of these situations. All right, I have to mute this video because of copyright claims. But look at how excited this guy is right here. He was at one of the inaugural balls, and him and JD here with swords. Okay. I'm going to mute this because it has the YMCA in the background for copyright. But JD has a sword. Trump has a sword. Look at him, thinking he's Zorro. Melania and USA in the background looking amazing. But watch this here. They started playing the music. They started playing the YMCA music. This guy, Melania, looks so happy. This guy's just wheeling this sword. Oh, Melania looks happy. Oh, man. This... He's just wielding this sword around. Can you imagine, guys, you know, the trials and tribulations that this whole family has been through since 2016. And this is retribution in so many different ways. And it just shows what the American people wanted, right? And Melania back here looking extremely happy. I love that. I love that. You know, can you imagine, you know, the prior administration, they said, hey, we're going to raid your place. They raided her place. And she came to the inauguration with that hat on, looking like a mama bear, right? Looking fierce. And just she's counting them. She's like, boom, all these targets, right? But extremely happy here. So happy here. She's so happy. She's so happy, and he is so happy. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, yeah. She says kind of dangerous for Trump to do. Yeah, he's thinks he's Zorro right now. Yeah, I did. Did you catch Melania dancing? Yep, yep. All right. Now here's a little meme. I thought this was funny. When you give Donald Trump, when you hand him a sword while YMCA is playing. Here we go. Oh man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. So Donald Trump announces the purge over 1,000 Biden appointees. So that happened last night as well. 1,000 appointees of the previous Biden administration, they are fired. They are fired. And here is Trump arrived at, which I'll cover later on today, the National Prayer event. While this is playing in the background here, I just, you know, when JD was getting sworn in, and I think about this, look at DT. When JD was getting sworn in, you know, last night I was thinking about JD's background. JD, born in one of the poorest areas in Ohio. His mom was addicted to drugs, and he's just a homegrown family guy. And now he is vice president of the United States of America. Come on. How cool is that? How cool is that, right? It really does show that anything is absolutely possible. Same thing with DT. Here is Marco Rubio getting sworn in with JD's first act here. Pretty cool.
So, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Marco Rubio,
I, Marco Rubio,
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help you God. Congratulations, Mr. Secretary.
Kudos. Stephanie says, give a boy a sword and they'll play with it. Absolutely, right? You give me a pool noodle, I'll think it's a sword too. Oh, man. Oh, boy. What an amazing day. I'm just running through some of these chats. Stephanie says, leave Brittany alone. Yeah, I know. It sucks, her situation, but. All right. Now we're going to jump into some border stuff. Biden. Donald Trump said, close the border. The border is getting closed. immediately. They're putting up buoys. They're putting up buoys and they're closing this thing up. And it was interesting because last night during the inauguration, the CB1 app, which is the application that illegal migrants or illegal immigrants use to get relocated into sanctuary cities, they turned it off.
This evening, the president declared a national emergency at the southern border.
He also signed an order signaling he wants to end birthright citizenship to children of non-citizens. That's one currently guaranteed by the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. The national emergency will allow the Defense Department to deploy military and National Guard assets to the border. The president also indicated that mass deportations could start as soon as tomorrow. Meanwhile, we're getting reports that some immigration court officials have already been fired. Fox 4's Amelia Jones in studio tonight with more on the immigration crackdown. Amelia.
Yeah, Steve, Heather, according to the New York Times, the acting head of the immigration court system and 3 others were fired today. And with his declaration of a national emergency on the border, the president is looking to take an even tougher stance on immigration than his first term.
Could you imagine Biden doing this? I don't think so.
With the stroke of a pen, President Donald Trump made quick work to crack down on the border, first signing several executive orders in front of a packed crowd at Capital One Arena.
And you're witnessing the dawn of the golden age of America. That's what it's going to be. We're bringing it back. We're going to bring it back fast.
Then signing a pile of executive orders from the Oval Office, including an order calling for the end of birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants, a move that will likely be challenged in court since birthright citizenship is enshrined in the Constitution.
Birthright. That's a big one.
What about that one in the court? That one is likely to be challenged.
Could be. We think we have good grounds, but you could be right. I mean, you'll find out.
He also signed an order designating cartels as terrorist organizations and an emergency declaration on the border, opening up the use of military assets.
It stops as of 1 o'clock this afternoon.
The president also revoked several actions taken by the Biden administration, including shutting down the use of a border app called CBP1, which allowed migrants to secure appointments for admission into the United States. Hundreds of people received notices that their appointments at all 8 of the border ports of entry in the Southwest were canceled. The crackdown on immigration continued with Texas Governor Greg Abbott announcing more buoys were installed in the Rio Grande. The state had been in a legal battle with the Biden administration over the buoys, a fight that's not expected with the Trump administration. There are also plans.
The stroke of his pen is mightier than Kamala. That's what Stephanie says. Already, action is taking place, and they are hitting the ground running. Illegal migrants in tears after learning the attempts to enter the country have been blocked by Donald Trump's shutdown by the CB1 app. I don't mean to make light of this, but you're coming in the country illegally, so... Maybe the liberals can go cry with you over the hill in San Francisco. Not in San Francisco, because then that means you'll be in the country, but maybe on the hill by the border or something. Maybe you guys can yell across in between the border walls. Absolutely upset. They are upset because they can't get in the country illegally. What? Get out of here. Get out of here. You're upset because you can't get in the country illegally? That's like me being upset if I tried to steal something from the grocery store. What do you mean I couldn't steal this thing? I couldn't steal it? Why? Why I can't steal it? So the Border Patrol is handing out trash bags to illegal immigrants who crossed Lukesville, Arizona, and having them pick up trash. They said, well, you're not getting in, but you can pick up the debris that you left behind. He said, no, listen, instead of coming into the country, how about you take this orange bag and you pick up all that ish that you left on the trail to get here on your way back to wherever the F you came from. Just pick up, here, we'll give you 6 bags and you can just pick up all the crap that you left along the trail and then just pick it all up and arrive back where you came from. Cool? Sounds good? See you later. Adios, amigos. Oh, boy. The buoys are already in place. We already saw that in the Rio Grande. The buoys are in place. Texas installed these buoys in the Rio Grande to stop illegal immigration. They already placed these buoys. We're going to jump into this next story here. Of course, we got to talk about the exit of the Biden crime family. All right. The Biden crime family, while Donald Trump was doing his inauguration speech, Joey B pulled a fast one and pardoned his entire family. People we don't even know, people we didn't even know their names. He's just like, I'm going to pardon my whole family for just a big blanket pardon, okay? What the heck is this guy doing? What a corrupt, crooked guy.
House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer has been investigating the Biden family business dealings for more than 2 years. The probe launched the impeachment inquiry of Biden back in September of last year, and it is now entering its final phases. The House Oversight Committee wants Biden to testify, but he is refusing. Back in March, Comer sent this letter to Biden. Quote, the committee has accounted for over $24 million that has flowed from foreign sources to you, your family, and their business associates. The committee has identified no legitimate services to merit such lucrative payments. You have repeatedly denied playing any role in your family's business activities, but the committee has amassed evidence, including bank records and witness testimony, that wholly contradicts your position on these matters. The committee has identified and successfully traced money from foreign transactions, including from China, straight to your bank accounts. Certain checks have been described as loan repayments. However, the person who provided you free bookkeeping during your time as vice president did not remember any evidence of a loan from your accounts. Joining me now is the man himself.
The Biden crime family continues, guys. All the Dems are really mad at this, that Trump shut the door on their future voters. Yep, all the future illegal immigrants. They're not going to sanctuary cities. They're going back to where they came from. It's a new day in the United States. It's a new day in America. Yep. Absolutely. What is up, Johnny Sunglasses? What's up, Stacy? Biden has dementia and anything he signs should be undone. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's one of the most ridiculous things. You know, when he was found with those documents and they said that he was too old and too inequipped to handle a trial, why is he signing documents? If you're too old to stand trial, aren't you too old to sign documents? Don't you need a POA, power of attorney? Okay. That needs to be investigated. This guy is signing documents and he doesn't even know what he's signing. Speaker Mike Johnson came out and openly stated that. New York Times, New York Post openly said, hey, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. And he's over here signing pardons. That should be null and void. They should just, it doesn't even matter. It was crazy, too, that he did this during the inauguration speech of President Trump. What a bunch of garbage. What a bunch of garbage. Now, there is some buzz across the intrawebs about Elon Musk, okay? I got to talk about Elon Musk. That's been in the news here. Elon Musk was, he does this thing, Russian salute, excuse me. And CNN, while they were covering this, they absolutely, threw a crap show. Like they threw an they were like, oh, see, he's a Nazi, whatever. Now, mind you guys, Elon is on the spectrum. Okay, the dude is on the spectrum. And he says, my heart goes out to you, and he does it very intense. And the two things. Either his autism kicked in and he's just got super emotional. Not kicked in because it's always there. But he just got super emotional and just said, my heart goes out to you. That's one, right? Or Elon is a massive troll. Massive troll. So either that or he's trolling, right? Because he knew that this was going to get a firestorm here. But either way, the leftist media just kind of absolutely collapsed about this thing. Just Marie says, Elon's an idiot for doing that. I'm sorry, but what was he thinking? Yeah. You know, I don't know. My son has autism. He's very literal. Yeah. You know, so I'd love to know your thoughts on this, Steph. Yeah. What do you guys think, right? Is he trolling? Is he trolling? Is he did he just get too emotional? What do you think? I'm sorry, I don't accept that excuse. One thing that people have, autism, social issues, they have a lot to do with their actions. True. Simply Serene says, I thought it would be funny. I think, I don't know. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. Anyways, this, it's not the first time that we've seen this situation happen with politicians, right? So we have these different scenarios here. So it's not the first time that this happened, right? Bright says, I think he was just very passionate. For sure. I don't think he was trolling. I think he literally said, my heart goes out to you, and showed it. And that's personally what I think. Because he just got so emotional. He's like, my heart goes out to you, and then he did it. That's what I think. I don't think it was a trolling situation, but it does look it. The left media is having a firestorm with it. Yeah. 76-24. Yeah. Yeah, I just think, he was just really excited. He was excited and he got, his emotions were pouring in, and he said, my heart goes out to you. He got excited at the speech and did an exciting face during a serious moment and smiled. Yeah. Next door neighbor's son, he's like my kid. He's an adult now. He gets loud and says, E, and taps on his fingers together. Remember the rally when he jumped up and down? Yeah. That makes more sense than him trolling. Yeah. I there just in my head, there was two options, right? Him trolling or him just getting super excited. One of my general contractors that used to live here, her son is on the spectrum and very, very high functioning. And I used to have a ping pong table at my office, and he would just, anytime he would come, he'd just get so excited, and just do crazy kid things. And it was awesome. It brought joy back to my life. And sometimes I just They're just super expressive, super expressive. He meant it in good faith, but his actions were not right. Look how he jumps up and down. Yeah. Yeah, just overstimulation. So, you guys are 50. I think, you guys are saying this and that. But either way, the media is going to have a firestorm over this for the next 24 hours. So, it's going to be gone and away in the next 24, 48 hours. And there's going to be something else. There's going to be something else popping up from leftist bias media to say, oh, see, we told you. Susan says, Elon was an awesome dude. He just gets excited. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. His actions were fine if they weren't malicious. And do you really think that he'd be malicious? No. Yeah. It's honestly very admirable. It is very admirable. Audrey says, it's kind of wonderful to be that joyful as an adult. Yeah. I think we just have so many, social constructs and things of bull crap, that we were raised with, and these things that we have to, be proper and all this other stuff. But to me, like kids or, individuals that really embody joy, like in Elon's scenario, it's cool. It is super cool. And it fills me with joy to see, somebody as excited. This guy was jumping around, and it's just really cool to see that. I remember telling my son, don't be ugly. He had for years. I remember telling my son, don't be ugly. Had 4 years, but this time he said, I can't change my looks. I cried for 3 days thinking he's just been thinking I've been telling him that he's ugly. Anxiety does that too, and overstimulation. But that's why Trump calls him adorable. It's childlike, yeah. Yeah, I really don't think he meant to do it. Yeah, but if you do a Google search, they're gonna blow that thing up. Anyways, we're gonna jump into this next. This is just a quick clip. Logan Paul, Jake Paul's mom, Conor McGregor, Theo Vaughn were at the inauguration event, and I just thought this was a funny clip. I thought I'd share it with you guys here.
Oh, it happened. It happened. I said it would. We gotta see here. We gotta see here. I got it on video here. It actually happened. Come on the stairs. No way. Did you really? I got it.
So I don't know if that was set up or not, but Theo Vaughn's chair split and busted in the middle of the inauguration. I just thought that was funny. It was funny. They were filming. They were vlogging the whole time. Jake Paul put Mike Tyson on his back at one of the inauguration balls. It was just cool. Really, really cool to see patriotism back in the main forefront over the past couple months. It has been absolutely incredible to see everybody united. Really, really cool. Theo's crazy too. Yeah, Theo's nuts, man. This dude, I don't know, he just keeps his act. Like, he just keeps his act on the entire time. So you don't know if this guy's serious or not, but his stories are off the cuff. Crazy. He was a legend on campus at Penn. I was a grad fellow when he was there, but my students would talk about going to his house, which he turned into a crazy nightclub. Are you talking about Theo Vaughn or Logan Paul, Jake Paul? Oh, okay. I was talking about Elon at Penn. Yeah, I'm sure this guy throws crazy parties. Anyways, well, that is the recap of this past 24 hours. Promises made, promises kept. Let me know what you think about the release of the J6ers, Donald Trump signing all these executive orders, some of the J6ers coming back home immediately, J6ers visiting in the D.C. prison, waiting for their other mates to come out. Let me know what you think about that. If you're catching this on the replay, type in replay in the comments section. Let me make sure I got all these comments. Tyson, do I really have to change my... You know what? I'm not 100% sure. Let me look into that. Let me look into that, Gina. I'll look into that. Okay, cool. So drop your comments down below. Shout out to all the moderators in the chat. I want to give a huge shout out to all the moderators in the chat. And I want to give a huge shout out to everybody catching this on the live. You guys are freaking awesome. I will be back later on today. Drop your comments in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Super helps out with the YouTube algorithms. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Truly appreciate you guys. We'll chat soon.